What is up, you awesome kisters? This is CistReactZ, guys. Today we are reacting to Who is Doey the Doughman. So make sure you guys subscribe to Sheeprampage, hit the like button, and comment down below, and let's check out this theory.
Who is Doey the Doughman?
Or not theory. I don't know. It was explained, but I need to know more.
Who at first seems nice to us, but throughout the rest of the game, he seems to mysteriously change, going from rational to angry to sad, constantly building up to him finally snapping on us after Safe Haven got destroyed,
crashed
before
out,
then leading himself to his own death. But then, why did all of this happen, and who even is he? Well, first, starting with Doey the Doughman as a toy, Doey Doe was
the VHS looks creepy.
Toy that originally hit markets in the late 1950s, with Doey the Doughman being the mascot,
look at that
being
smile.
Playtime Co.'s second major commercial hit after Poppy, later on being reinvigorated for each new decade, leading to him becoming an action figure by 1992, which is when, in the intro VHS tape, the child Jack received the highly anticipated Doey figure, and also unwraps himself a certificate for a tour to the Playtime factory. Naturally, a few weeks later, in 1993, Jack is found visiting the section where Doey's Dough was created. However, while being unattended to, Jack slips over and tragically
how did you fall in there?
Presumably ending the life of an innocent young child, at least for now. This shocked Playtime Co., as in the Chapter 4 ARG, we saw incident reports from the employees at the scene, theorizing what went wrong, from bad safety equipment to bad parenting to the kid being stupid, before begging to be held accountable and have their lives ruined.
It's bad parenting and stupid kid,
there was
definitely.
a ton of news coverage from it. But punishments aside, Jack Ayers had passed away and was never coming back. At least, so we thought, because going into the actual Chapter 4, inside of the kitchen area, we come across a letter addressed to Jack's parents, reading, "Dear Mr. and Mrs. Ayers, we can give him back to you. Your son, Jack, can live. Show this message to no one. 6 weeks from the time of receiving this letter, return to the Playtime Co. factory. Someone will be waiting for you there." And this was because behind...
That's how you know. That's how they should have known he was gonna kill them, if they're the two parents that died in that VHS.
Behind the scenes, they were working on creating a bigger body of Doey.
If there's three kids in there, I don't know which parents died or got killed by their kid.
A massive 900-pound creature, they needed to use 3 separate children in order to create him as one. And Jack was going to be the first, 1322A. And as for the other two, well, later in the game, we find a VHS tape reporting on 1322.
Oh. That's why there was a 1322 B, C, and A. I thought they were just talking about other creatures like Huggy and Yarnaby and all that stuff. Actually, I think Huggy's is like 11 something, but could have been. I thought it was Yarnaby that they were talking about.
We've successfully extracted subject 1322.
Which is actually a continuation of the 1322 report we saw all the way back in Chapter 3 about a child Kevin, which was originally interrupted by a confused kid in Home Sweet Home.
Designated 1322.
Oh.
We pulled him from the Home Sweet Home just before lights out to perform. What are you doing out of bed?
I know, I've seen that clip too.
But fast forward to this tape, they discuss experiment 1322B, Kevin.
I attempted to detail the subject's condition and overview the suitability of one Kevin Barnes in relation to Project Doey.
A child who was a major problem in play care, being super confrontational and aggressive.
Okay, so he's the one that chased you in the final boss area.
Could go mayhem, which was some more definite foreshadowing into what we would end up seeing.
The neural abnormalities are
Bro, now that I'm listening to this video, I didn't even realize they all have like, or I should say I just realized they all have different expressions. That one's sad. I can't really tell what this one is, like mischievous probably. I can't really tell, but that one's probably Kevin because he looks the most pissed off.
Shadowing into what we would end up seeing.
The neural abnormalities are detailed in connection to behavioral issues demonstrated within play.
What the hell?
And often confrontational.
Only Five Nights at Freddy's was this upfront with storytelling.
Kevin is a problem child. What friends he does have, he's reported to have attacked. These tendencies raise concerns.
However, despite these concerns, Kevin was extremely smart, excelling at all of the Game Station games used to test the children's strength and mental cognition, which was all Harley Sawyer, the leader and the final say in the project wanted.
The subject excels in all physical tests, so in spite of said concerns, in Dr. Sawyer's eyes, Kevin is ideal for the project.
This gave us 2 out of the 3 children.
Uh-oh.
As for 1322C, in another document, we learned about the 3rd child in a counselor report, Matthew Hollard, described to be a dream child. He's thoughtful, kind, considerate, understanding, and while maybe not as intelligent as some of the other children, nor as physically gifted, he more than makes up for it in his charm and charisma. It's just a shame he came to us already a boy of 15, well into his puberty. Most parents look for a child a lot younger, showing that Matthew entered play care a lot older.
Wasn't he like the one that everybody liked too?
They also say Matthew suffered from deep insecurities, but yet was seen as a leader to all of the younger ones, giving us our 3rd child, all with notably unique personalities. Matthew was kind and took a leadership role. Kevin was the brains, but was noticeably aggressive and confrontational. While Jack is a bit less clear, YouTuber Barney Goose pointed out it seemed that Jack's personality was just that he was younger and more innocent, representing the childlike side of the 3. Barney also pointed out that they might have foreshadowed this connection in the first 10 seconds of the game, as in the Doey VHS, we can see when he jumps on this picture, it morphs into the 3 personalities. A young innocent child, an angry Doey, and an older, happier, and mature Doey.
Why did I not realize that?
But now, for the most part, Doey seemed to be a success, because throughout the game, we see he generally displays traits of Matthew, the leader and kind one of the group above them all, taking the role of defending the entire safe haven filled with children. But he still seemed to have struggled with these personality shifts to a pretty extreme level. Sometimes this comes in minor ways, like seeing him go from angry to silly to rational back and forth as you play the game, but it also affected him in some interesting major ways. For instance, after defeating Doey in his boss fight, we can see a VHS tape where he logged himself leaving the prison.
I'm not sure if this thingy is on, but I need to talk.
That made me forgive
how he at some point escaped the
Doey
area and
Doey after that.
At any moment,
Keep forgetting his name.
Freed himself thanks to his ability to morph around at ease, and he had every opportunity to escape the hell that was the Playtime Co. factory.
I'm here outside the prison, and seeing this again, it's given me reason to think I could make for the exit. It's all I'd wanted.
But yet, he couldn't bring himself to, as his internal leadership qualities held him down, realizing the children of Safe Haven needed him to live a safe life.
But there are others inside, others that aren't like me. They can't go where I can. They mean a lot.
He was a goat for going back. I wouldn't have went back.
How much they need me. I'm going back.
He logged this tape so he wouldn't forget what he was fighting for as his personalities fought between each other.
I wanted to make this in case I ever doubt or forget that. Just play this and remember.
And a bit more tragic is the continuation of the Jack story, as eventually his parents accepted the letter sent from Playtime Co. and in a different VHS tape,
so Jack killed his parents. Oh, okay.
Sir,
now it's all coming together.
Calm whenever you interact with the patient.
Is that him? Is that my boy?
I would have thought Kevin killed his parents.
And things were extremely sad, as first Doey/Jack didn't recognize his family, but also
Kevin could have just killed him.
He was likely representing Matthew at this point.
Jack, I want you to know, I'm so sorry.
Oh. Yeah, who's to say all 3 of them didn't just pop up?
Before his parents get too much time, Doey suddenly turns vicious.
Leave me alone.
Mommy's only here to talk.
No, I don't want
Keep forgetting I'm dealing with 3 people at once here.
Screaming at his parents locked inside of the room with him as he attacks them and they beg for somebody to let them out.
I'm not leaving you. Not ever again. Do you hear me?
The gentle voices lie. I know what they do. Susan, get away from me!
Why is that his slogan? The gentle voices lie. What the hell does that mean?
Please, open the door! Please!
They would not survive
damn,
this
son.
incident, and after we finally see Jack's personality come out. As he lays among his parents' old bodies, he cries in regret for what he just did. But in terms of the game itself, this leads us to the peak of all of his rage after we enter Safe Haven to find it destroyed. Everything Matthew had built up and protected these children of was gone. And now this allowed for his anger to fully take control. He morphed himself into a large evil beast, giving us our chase scene and also boss fight where we are charged with freezing him and sawing him apart. And while for the most part his anger takes full control here, we still see elements of his old self. As if you listen to him speak during the fight, he is crying and seems so full of emotion he spins through personalities at the snap of a finger.
Just want to play a little longer. But it's sick.
Gosh.
This eventually all culminates in him attempting to attack us.
I was so mad at this boss because it was bugged for me.
Final look into his three
I didn't even realize all
personalities,
this.
both physically, where we can see he has an angry face and two sad faces representing the three shaken children, and verbally, he angrily screams about how it's our fault, representing Kevin.
You and Poppy! It's all your fault!
Then yells about his insecurities trying to protect the children, being Matthew.
I tried to be better, to be who they need. Smart enough, not good enough.
Before he screams in pain as we crush him, and for one final moment, we see the innocent child from the very beginning, Jack, muster out one final apology for the way he acted.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Then Doey dies, ending his
He's definitely not
story.
dead. His body didn't get shattered. Damn, does that get off right there? Yeah, I don't think he died. He's probably gonna be back, and then like maybe all three of them are gonna maybe overhear the prototype saying that he killed everybody, and then they're gonna join us again. Like, I don't know. Again, Doey didn't get enough screen time, so I feel like, yeah, and a lot of people are complaining about it on Twitter, so I feel like they'll bring him back. Oh man, I got a burp. What the hell? All right, I'm gonna end off the video too. If you guys want more Poppy explain videos or theory videos, hit the like button, comment down below. I'll see y'all later. Peace out.